I think it's time for a garden party, don't you think? Let's go indoors to HSN and have a garden party. It just sounds like so much fun this morning. I'm Shannon Fox, and I will be your host for the next 3 hours. If you are wanting to get your home beautiful inside and out, we've got something for you. Of course, this is all with mind to the garden. These are beautiful solar lights, and we've got a great price. Now, of course, you've heard the name Energizer, right? They sell over 6 billion batteries every single year. Well, they actually have designed these beautiful solar lights. 655-248 is your item number. It's feature priced at $54.90. You're getting an 8-pack of these incredible solar battery lights. Now, you never have to replace those batteries. They are that Energizer battery that will warm up throughout the day, soaking in all of the energy from the sun, and then brightly light up your yard throughout the entire night. These are the only solar lights we have that actually have been proven to have 95% of their brightness even after 8 hours. These are the perfect landscape size and coverage because you're getting 8. They have metal and glass construction. Some of the things that our reviewers said was they were surprised and impressed with how heavy and substantial they were for the price. They have a crystalline solar panel, which makes them perfect for any weather. That Energizer solar battery, the only solar lights on the market from Energizer. And they maintain 95% of their brightness after 8 hours, which means you go to bed, they're on, maybe you wake up, like I do at 2 in the morning, and of course they're still on. Tracy Kane is our home expert, and Tracy, these are so beautiful. I have solar lights. I don't think they last, they're not on when I wake up, for sure.
Right, well, and these are nice and bright when I came in at 3 a.m. this morning. But this is by Energizer. What does that mean? It means it keeps going and going and going. Energizer, they sell 6 billion batteries a year, and that is who you want to be making your solar lights. These are not those solar lights that you're gonna find in the big box stores that are chintzy, plastic. This is all metal, all glass, and a beautiful LED light inside, and then with that rechargeable Energizer battery, so you don't have to worry that these are going to tinker out during the middle of your dinner party when you all of a sudden go outside for dessert and then your lights are just all gone. And such a great way to increase your curb appeal.
This is a really great color as well. It's gunmetal. We have 1 color remaining, and our final quantities in our Energizer solar powered lights. Look at how, as soon as the lights go down, these beautiful lights glow with this gorgeous starburst design. So they're really elevating the patio all the way down onto the ground, all the way up as well, and lighting your footpath. They're light enough and bright enough to be able to light your way. Sometimes solar lights are really just to kind of look at. These really do illuminate your pathway. You're getting 8, and all you do is just stake them right into the ground. That's as simple as it is. The sun will take over from there. These are a huge customer pick. Even at the full price of $61 today, they're feature priced, which means that price disappears. $54.90, and if you would like to break those up into interest-free payments, $18.30. But this is showing you now, all 8 of these are right next to each other. So you see that it almost looks like a crisscross design in that beautiful starlight. But you can put these, what, Tracy?
12 to 15 feet apart, because you have 10 feet of light spray all the way around each fixture. Ooh, so you can really spread these out. The closer you put them together, the more you're gonna have that crisscross pattern, or you can pull them all out and then have that full starburst pattern. So you don't have to worry about having them on top of each other and maybe having that, sometimes it looks like a runway, in some people's yards, and they're on top of each other and it's very busy looking. You're not gonna have that with these because they're so bright.
These are good for any weather. They are metal construction. They have a nice big solar panel as well that's sort of worked into. If you don't get them today, we won't have them available for you. Like if you get them home and you love them, like all of our customers did who wrote these amazing reviews, like Northern Barb said, these solar lights are gorgeous and I wish I had bought more. Everyone wants to know where I got them. Alexi says, crisp, bright white with lovely display, no dull yellow lighting with these, easy assembly too. So we're running a lot of those. Oh, look at that. There's Northern Barb right there. I'm running those down below so you can take a look at those, but 71 perfect 5-star reviews. And the thing that really struck me about what Northern Barb said is she wishes that she had gotten more. So if you get them and you're picturing, okay, you know what? 8's fine, I'll try them out. we won't have these in stock when you come back to get more, and you don't want mismatched solar lights, right?
Exactly.
There's not something, I don't feel like, unless you're lining them all up, like you said, like a runway, there's no such thing as too much solar. Like, I don't think anybody looks in their backyard and goes, ooh, too light out there. And right? Or like your pathway, like,
and
oh,
it's
that's
not
too much
costing you anything. So you're not paying to have that electricity going because it's the sun that is lighting this up for you. And what's so great about these is that you can move them around. They're not hardwired. So you're not married to the location that you originally put them in. You can use them in the front yard if you're having a party, maybe move them to the backyard, move them around, you know, or sometimes you just lay them out and you're like, oh, I made a mistake. That doesn't look good there.
Just pick
it up. Yeah. That's it. And you just move it around.
No underground wiring. This is how simple it is to put together. Now, when they come to you, they will be separate like this. This will be out of here because this is glass.
Right.
And then this top is metal. Now, these are perfectly weatherproof. You're gonna put the stake on, and then you're gonna pop this in, and you're gonna decide. I like to be able to sort of measure mine out based on sort of what area I'm covering, and then stick them in the ground. That's it. You don't have to turn them on, turn them off. When you're gone, these work as great, almost like timed lights, right? Kind of scaring the bad guys away, because it looks like you were home to turn those lights on. There's nothing better for curb appeal than adding light, but if you have to hire somebody, it really costs an arm and a leg.
Absolutely, and I love your point that this is something that is going to help. You know, when you're going on vacation, you don't have to worry about having those lights on or having it on a timer. You don't have to set it, and it's gonna help to keep it look like there's activity going on in your house. So it's almost a built-in security system for you because it's going to look like people are home. So think about that as you're going off on these summer trips and your home is going to be empty. This is going to help and light that up for you. Also, some really fun different ways that you can use these. Do you have maybe water features on your property? Do you have a pond? Do you have a lake? You don't want to have hard wires out there, so these are a great option for that. Maybe you just have a deck or a terrace and you don't even have a large space, but you can put these right in your planters. So they're 18 inches tall.
So if you have like a patio with pavers or something, you can't stake them into the ground, but you put them in your planters.
Right.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
That's why we need a home expert like you, Tracy.
Oh, thank you.
Those good ideas. Because I put them all around the patio in the grass, and then I put them along the walkway. But this is great too, because they're really easy to remove. So like in my front yard, I have a walkway, but the kids like to play, you know, a little badminton is their latest, you know, adventure in the front yard. You literally just pull them up. Everybody can play. You don't have to worry about them getting knocked over. And then you just stake them right back in the ground. This is about half of what you would normally pay for solar lights. And Tracy, when I first saw the Energizer, and even at the full price of $61, I was like, normally solar lights are about $130 for 8.
Yeah.
I don't know how Energizer did it. Maybe just because they're a big name and it's their first time here at HSN.
Right.
But you could get 16 solar lights for the cost of 8 of any other brand, and they're beautiful.
That's what we did, actually. So
we HSN or we Energizer?
No, my husband and I.
Oh, we did. I was like, wait, which?
Yeah. So my husband, you know, the first time I was selling this, he's like, oh my gosh, we definitely need these. And then he's like, you know, Chief, we need more. So now we have 2 sets throughout our yard.
Yes.
So we have them in the front. We're on a corner lot, so we have them on the side yard, and then a few out by the pool. So it's so fun that you can pick them up, move them around. But these are also, because you have this high quality resin stake, we can offer you a 2-year warranty on these. And where was the last time you saw outdoor lighting with a 2-year warranty? Because this is all metal, all glass, this high resin stake. You can leave these out all year round. You don't have to worry about picking these up. As the winter comes, this looks, and I don't want to scare all of you northerners, but they do look really pretty with the snow at the same time. So these are all year round, something that you could put in now, enjoy them through the summer, all through the holidays. It just looks really pretty, and it's just adding that extra curb appeal. It's adding that instant oomph to your yard. Your neighbors are all gonna be like, oh my goodness, what did you guys do? Like, something looks different. How much did you pay for that electrician?
It really does look like that because it's glass. And I wanna be really clear about this. Not all solar panels are created equally. We already know not all batteries are created equally. That's why Energizer sells over 6 billion batteries a year, because their batteries are incredible quality. These actually maintain 95% of their brightness after 8 hours. Now, if you've never shopped for solar lighting, let me just tell you, not all solar lights last that bright. They might be nice and bright for the first 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, then they start to kind of peter out a little bit. And by the time you go out, if it's midnight or whatever, and they've been on since maybe 8, you go out and you're like, 2 of them are working, 1 of them's hanging on, right? These maintain their brightness for 8 hours. Now that doesn't mean they shut off after 8 hours. No. That means that's 95%. Then they might start to dip. Maybe you got 90% after 9 hours. Maybe you got, you know, these really will last, but how long is the darkness last?
I find that the sun is coming up and these are shutting off at the same time for most of the time. What I wanted to point out to you here too is this is a crystalline solar panel on top of these. So this is the same technology that they actually use on top of office buildings when they have solar panels. So really high quality. When you get these home, you're gonna have a little plastic tab you just pull off. Your battery is already inserted here for you, so you don't have to worry about doing anything. And like Shannon was saying, it's 4 easy steps to put these together. You literally have the top. You have
inside? What's inside?
Your stake,
Oh, so inside is just the glass, but then the light is here,
well,
right?
this is your LED.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yes, this is your LED, and then it's reflecting off of that inside part
Which is, that's what gives it that beautiful sort of star burst. These are incredible quality, and I'm just gonna say, if you find 8 solar lights anywhere else, like you shop on, you shop online or something, and you're like, oh, well, this is as good a deal as the Energizer. They'll be plastic. They won't certainly last for 2 years. That will sort of peter out. When we say battery, it's a solar-powered battery, so you don't have to replace that battery. This is not a AA battery that, every 2 months you have to go and replace them. No, you never have to replace the battery. The sun is what's actually powering and recharging your Energizer battery. I wish all my Energizer batteries recharged like that. I just stick them out in the sun with all the toys and everything.
I think you can.
These do. Really? Yeah. Oh, well, sure, with a recharger.
Right.
Yes. But these are so pretty. Look at how they just pop right on. Think about, like what you were saying, Tracy, think about putting these down on a walkway and then doing some of that dual level, like when you have a professional landscaper come and they design your landscape and they say, you know what, you need to have light at different levels. It really does add that extra level of oomph. So then you want to put some in planters. You want to have some of these out in the front of your home, in the back of your home. If you have a little lanai, maybe you live in an apartment and you think, well, I can't, as long as these get sun for several hours of the day, they're going to light anything up. So a lot of us have maybe patios outside or porches that they might even be covered, but as long as they get sun during the day, if these were in a planter on your porch or your patio, these would be beautiful outside. And there's nothing like that ambiance of a gorgeous, like a solar light that just sort of.
And if you did want to have these under your covered patio, all you have to do is take your top off, put this part in the sun.
Take your top off.
Take your top off. Take your top. And put this out in your yard, let the sun get to it, and then you put this back on. So if you are having a dinner party and you want to have some of these in your outdoor covered areas, you could still use these there too.
That's fantastic. Now, this is also solar powered. This is still to come. This is from Wind and Weather. When we say large solar power, you can't even, you have to stay tuned and see this. It's 6 feet tall. This is the biggest wow you can add to your backyard. It's the large solar LED flower. We have the one that you see, we don't have the rainbow, we have it in bronze. It's $116 today, right when you need it, right when you're about to head outdoors and enjoy your backyard or your front yard, and you just want a really big wow. This is an incredible quality spinner. Wind and Weather has been making amazing outdoor and garden items for us since 1976. This is a big popular one for us. 667-353. I just want you to know that one's coming up because I want you to see that one in person. No video of that one does it justice. It's literally like this. Have you seen it?
Oh, they're gorgeous.
They're like
oh my
this
gosh.
big. They're so pretty.
Stunning.
Okay. Speaking of stunning, this is, and we've been able to present these before.
Fun.
They're just so fun. Now, we both have daughters, so my daughter wants one of these in her room, but I love these for decorating for parties. You can put these outdoors on a covered patio. These are called these are the Anywhere chandelier because you literally can hang these any place. They're battery operated. They have these gorgeous little lights and reflectors and crystals. They're so pretty, lightweight enough to be able to hang any place. You don't have to wire them anywhere.
Right.
And they just are a party or I wanted to say outfit maker, like a room decor maker. We have all the colors right now, so there you can see it in that really pretty white with the silver and love. You can see that sort of little scalloped edge there as well.
It gives a feel of the mother of pearl.
Oh, nice.
Right, if you're into that shell type of feel, that's what the white reminds me of.
Very crisp and coastal. Then we have it in that hot, hot pink. We have it in teal, which is really pretty as well, purple, and then silver, which that one just looks lit up even though the lights are not on right now. You can use this with the lights on or off. It comes with a white light or a color changing light as well. And the color changing, especially on the white and silver, really look incredible.
Yeah, you can see it right here. So it has that purpley glow there to it. So that's what's helping it to shimmer in the evening. But in the day, when that sun catches it, you have all those acrylic crystals with the paillettes, and it really reflects and gets really sparkly and shiny. It's really fun. I love that we dress to match her.
Exactly, yes. You may dress to match your chandeliers if you like.
We
but
did.
They're nice and lightweight. They do require 3 AA batteries. They do come, does this one have a timer?
Yes, it does.
Put it on?
So
okay.
you just put your battery in. You decide whether you want white or color changing. And depending on what time you put the battery in, that's the time it's gonna come on every night. So let's say you put it on at 7 o'clock, it's gonna stand for 5 hours, it'll shut off, and then it's going to come back on again at 7 the next night. So you never have to worry about it. You put your batteries in, you put it in, and you forget about it.
Now it's a very delicate lighting. So if you're thinking, oh, this is gonna be my center of the room chandelier and light up my whole room, that's not what this is. So if you're looking for that, of course, here at HSN, we have other options for you. But you could see, as you were showing,
what makes it shimmer.
It shimmers.
Yes.
It just has that gorgeous little glimmer that you can see just as beautifully during the day.
Yes.
And then at night, that light, just that sort of little sparkle light just sort of shimmers off of it. So these are lightweight, so you could hang them anywhere. Like we have them right here on these little hooks, but you really could put these, they're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna tear down the ceiling and all. If you really just put like one little shepherd's hook right in the ceiling, then you're covered, but it makes a beautiful night light if you wanted to sort of upgrade the lighting. I'm seeing these a lot in bathrooms
and
now.
Closets.
And closets,
right? If you want to be glam like all the Hollywood stars, then this is definitely a way you can do that. And then I love these as graduation gifts for those high school girls that are graduating, because how fun are these for dorm chic?
Ooh,
you know,
like
everyone's getting very glam with their dorm rooms, so these are really fun and not easy, you know, not hard for them to hang. So an easy way to make that home away from home kind of cozy and homey for you.
And I'm glad you said that, because these are they're like that princess, like make you feel special.
Yes.
So you might think, I mean, I instantly think of my 11-year-old daughter and how much she likes all of that kind of princessy thing. But then when you said closet, I was like, yeah, I want that closet. We just looked at a home, and the closet was literally, they changed their office into a closet. It was like the most massive. It was incredible. So I was like, okay, we'll take it. I didn't have to see the rest of the house. I was like, yeah, we'll take it. But this is it's that feel. Whether you've got a little closet, a walk-in closet, a bathroom that you just wanted to be able to hang this without having to do any extra electricity or anything, and you don't have to like really do anything permanent. Honestly, this is light enough to be able to hang on like a temporary hook, one of those hooks that kind of, you know, you can like pull off the wall if you're in a temporary
one of those sticky
spot.
kind of ones.
Yes,
or maybe you're
my
looking
level
for
of electricity.
You're looking for some atmosphere in your bedroom, so maybe hang one on each side over your nightstands, so they can hang kind of low. So instead of having a lamp, you have this hanging next to it, and that adds a really pretty
That's kind of romantic then too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they talk about, you know, if you want to sleep better, you should like your bedroom, or if you just want to sort of create that sense. There's something so special about a chandelier that, okay, first of all, they're $40.95. They're nice and lightweight, and you can put them anywhere. We have one little walkway here in HSN, I think you know what I'm talking about, out to one of the studios, and there are just a bunch of chandeliers through that hall. It's my favorite
love it. I love
place
it's my
in
favorite
HSN
spot here.
because there's every different type of chandelier so that they can change them out here. But
we need to go sneak one of these over there.
I think we
need that anywhere over there.
This can stand up next to a crystal chandelier, I think, any day. Maybe you have that little hallway that it's really difficult. You've got some kind of maybe ugly lighting, or you just want to be able to have a special area. Maybe it's your craft room and you want to be able to decorate it just for you. They're lightweight enough, and then honestly, if you're ready to move them away or you aren't going to put them up, maybe you just got them for a party, they fold flat like that.
And this is how it comes. So you're not worrying about stringing all of the paillettes and crystals. It's already coming done for you. All you're doing is putting those 3 AA batteries in here and deciding what time you want to put it on, whether it's color changing or white. And you're gonna pop your little disc just right into the top of the fixture, and you're all set to go. Just stick that on a little hook. No hard wiring, no electrician, no mess, no expense, added expense. I mean, it's one thing you spend thousands on these chandeliers, then you have to hire somebody to come in and actually install it. And if you didn't have that electrical done already beforehand, sometimes you can't even have it done afterwards.
Yeah, oh yeah, and then it's permanent, right?
Right.
This is that. It's just fun, it's super easy, and there's no commitment. I like that. It's $9 off today, and you can get it home for $13 and change on any major credit card, a couple minor ones, but you do have to be on the phone to be sure to get the color you want. There's the white, the pink, we have it in teal, purple, and silver. And it also, if you're thinking about it, no, I've paid more than $40 just for decorations for a party, and you can't use them afterward, right? They're nothing that you would actually use. These will make a party. If you have a graduation party, if you've got a shower coming up, a bridal shower or a wedding shower, these will absolutely make that whatever sort of hors d'oeuvre table you have, and you hang this next to it, and then you get to keep it as well a little bit later. So we do have a larger chandelier as well that, let me see where we have that one.
Yeah, we have it right here.
We have the larger one, which ironically enough, is actually less expensive. It's $30.45. It's a little bit longer. So when we say larger, it's actually on the same, same diameter.
Both 8.5 width, but one's just a little bit longer.
It's a little longer.
So the colorful ones are 2 feet, and this I believe is 2.5.
Okay, we have it available in gold, and we'll show it to you here. So just the gold. So can we push it up just a little bit here? So you can see that it's a little bit longer. Each one of those, of the reflectors are square. And then it has those little, almost like emerald shape, they look like emerald cut diamonds really, but of course they're that great, really, really lightweight. And these also are on that same timer. So if you want a little bit bigger, but also $10 less than these, that one's only $30.45.
You know what this reminds me of?
What's that?
Did you see all the Met Gala?
Oh my gosh.
And there's that one fabulous, almost 50-year-old celebrity.
Fabulous.
That she wore on her head.
Fabulous. Yes, so if you're going to the Met
Every
Gala,
time I look at this, that's what it reminds me of. So chic and fabulous.
We should all be reminded of the Met Gala every day. Tracy, you're coming back because we have this bench that turns into a table. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes. That's called the Bench to Table Converter Bench. That is $129.95 today. And what you get is this very strong bench that actually will hold up to 1,000 pounds. And then when you want to eat, or you want to craft, or you want to do homework, you just pop it up and it becomes half a bench. If you get two, you've got that perfect outdoor picnic bench, but it will hold a lot more weight, and you literally just wipe it clean. So you're not having to worry about any of the wood of a typical picnic bench. It's very, very durable. It's really nice, very, very sturdy. A lot of people can sit on those, and it's just such a unique, that little converter bench. I love that. All right, so that's coming up in just a little bit. Big customer pick too, by the way, available in tan and white. Here it is. Carrie Mobley is here. Look what you brought in your backpack. My goodness. Okay, absolutely not, because this is so big. You know, we want those wow pieces in our backyard, and I've, maybe like all of you, spent you know, an amount of money on something that you thought was gonna be that big punch, and you look in your backyard and you're like, where is it?
Right.
You need to get 4 or 5 to really sort of make any sort of big impact. This is impact, one and done impact right here from Wind and Weather. And Wind and Weather has been creating home decor, outdoor decor since 1976. Carrie, I love that you're our outdoor gardening expert, of course, a master gardener. You were telling me you actually have been shopping, like looking through the catalogs of Wind and Weather.
Oh, my mom and I grew up with Wind and Weather products. I mean, to be honest with you, I've been looking through those catalogs since I was probably 8 or 9 years old. So it's just a great company, been around for a long time. And to your point about other spinners, if you have spent any money on a spinner in the past, you get what you pay for. They fall apart, they're junk, they were rusting. That will not happen with Wind and Weather. They are engineered, designed to be outside to handle the elements, and they will last you for years and years. This one in particular, we have ball bearings on this that are so incredible they will never have to be changed. Check out how spectacular it is at night. Now we're down to just the bronze. That right there is the multi, but this is the bronze, so it's kind of got like an antique patina to it.
Yeah, it goes with everything.
It really does.
And the fact that you can see this at night is really special. Usually with your garden decor, unless it's solar lights like we have, you know, for your solar walkway lights, you don't get to enjoy that spinner. It's LED solar light, and it's on both of them. Look how pretty
Yeah, so it's multi-directional, right? So no matter which way the wind is turning or the wind is blowing, you're going to be able to get this gorgeous multi-directional flow on this.
Now, what if we don't have a very, very windy backyard?
This one in particular only needs 2 miles an hour of wind to blow. The way that our fins have been designed has it to where it only needs a tiny bit of wind. But I have to tell you, I mean, I live on the water, kind of like a large pond, and mine is constantly spinning outside, just with a little bit of a breeze. And this is one of those things that, because I live on the water and there's a sidewalk behind, I have had multiple people, 4 just this season, knock on my door. Where did you get that spinner?
Ooh, so maybe put it in your front yard then. Everybody gets to enjoy it. So let's talk about what it's made of and how we put it together.
Right, so this is metal, and again, it's powder coated, so you're not gonna have to worry about whether or not it's, you know, it's gonna rust or be able to handle the elements. That's why it's wind and weather. The installation is super easy. It's just one of these stake bases that really all you're gonna do is take it and put it into the ground.
That's a cool base though.
That
really gives it a lot of stability. Do you see that?
Right.
So it's 3 different levels of that great extra sturdiness. So you're just gonna literally step onto it into the ground, and then you put this right into it. So there's almost nothing. You just have to screw those together.
Right, and that's one of those features that we are super proud of, because a lot of times they're not as sturdy, but we gave some additional support here with some screws. Now, if you know you're gonna be having some really bad weather, like we live in a hurricane area, right? So all I would have to do, I know, right? It's coming. All I would have to do is take off the top of this, lay it down, or put it inside. But this is going to last you for years and years. So if you love that look, you know, that's what spinners do. They give so much, you know, interest in your backyard and your front yard. So you get the spin of it, you get the height, 6 feet tall, 2 feet across, 24 inches across. And of course, we have this patented technology which has the solar panels integrated in here. So you won't find anything like this anywhere else. I didn't even realize that was a solar panel, yes,
Carrie.
They're built right into this. So this is patented.
One, that's really cool.
Yep, and it's on both sides.
So can you show us sort of show everybody like a little tour, like take it so they can see the side
so again,
dimension.
these are the fins that we were talking about that have that nice curvature to them. And that's what's going to allow for just a tiny bit of wind to give it some nice spin.
And then they have some of the little lights that you can see there.
Those LED lights are integrated right into a few of the fins. We have them on 3 different ones on both sides. So all day we're gonna be soaking in that sunlight. So you really wanna have it in a nice, kind of a sunny area. Well, and it doesn't even really need that much sunlight. This guy for me will glow for hours and hours. Wow. And so it's just a lot of fun when you're having people over. Memorial Day is coming, right? So you might be having a barbecue. Yeah. Everybody will just love the spinner, but it will just shock everyone as soon as the sun sets that it has that beautiful solar power technology.
And now, the way that they're designed, are they designed to sort of like one goes one way and one goes the other way, just depending on however the wind blows?
And it's however the wind blows, right? Exactly. So it can go either way. And again, like I said, it's multi-directional because we've got this nice spin on top. So it's going to really use the power of the wind to make it work, not just, you know, a little bit. It's going to be whipping around, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
This is a great sale feature price today, $13 off. It is an investment at $116, but it's really an investment in the wow. If you want the yard that everybody compliments you on, when people walk by, they stop and they look, you want this one. It's $23.39. It's not an investment in just this season. This is a year-round and years to come. This just becomes part of your own home. You know, I grew up with chimes, and I grew up on a hill where there was lots and lots of wind, and so I sort of have that sound. My kids don't love the sound of chimes. This is like a visual
chimes. Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Where you look at it, you still get that sense of the wind blowing, and but it's big. It's just a big wow.
I
feel like it will fit with any decor.
Oh, absolutely.
It's kind of a floral, but it's not a flower.
Right, exactly. And you know, not everybody wants to get out into the garden and plant flowers, so this is still a way for you, right? I know, and I do. I love flowers.
I'm getting into it. I'm getting there. I ordered some this year. I'm waiting for them to come. Okay.
But again, this is just something that's going to give you that visual interest, something that you can be proud of, and that when you're spending time outside, you're like, wow, look at this. And it's going to last you for years and years. Very, very well made.
And if you've got a big yard, still a big punch. If you've got a smaller yard, this might be really all you need. So definitely take advantage of it on our final quantity of that for the year in that beautiful bronze. Thank you, Carrie.
Oh, my pleasure. Happy gardening.
Treat. You did inspire me to garden
good,
this year. Yeah.
Good. At least get a spinner, you know.
At least, right? Draw everybody's eyes up and away from the lack of flowers. All right, this is coming up. If you are going to be gardening really anything, you got to have a hose, but this is a great one. This is Belmont Garden. This is the original stainless steel, really strong, incredibly lightweight hose. It's 100 feet, but before you think, well, wait, 100 feet, that's going to be really, really heavy. It's very, very lightweight. It only weighs about 13 pounds, even at 100 feet. $76.95, and we're going to get it to you for $19.24 on any of your credit cards. It's a big customer pick. Yes, in answer to your question, I know you're asking, we do have other sizes available as well. The 100-foot is going to be your best value. And because it's so nice and lightweight, 15 pounds, sorry. Because it's so nice and lightweight, you really could get that 100-foot. It doesn't take up very much space. We also have it in 25 feet, 50 and 75 available for you as well. But that's a great one. You're gonna wanna see the demonstrations on that because literally it is completely puncture resistant. It is stainless and it's kink proof as well. So we have Tracy Kane, welcome back.
Thank you.
Didn't go far. I'm glad about that. This is that convert a bench that literally converts into a table, like in seconds.
Right, with like 2 fingers.
It's a beautiful bench because you could have this out in your front yard as that nice little bench or outside in the back, inside, outside. Tracy, this has become a huge customer pick because there's nothing else like it on the market. It's $647,895. It wipes clean.
Yes.
It holds up to 1,000 pounds, and it's a bench and a table. A lot of people like to get 2 and put them together for that standard bench without any of the warping wood at all. And we have it in tan or white. But this is, it's just so unique. And you can't tell from looking at it like, oh, that's that half table or whatever. Like it just looks like a really
you just
pretty.
think it's a regular bench, and then literally with a flip, you have half of a table with a bench. So maybe you have a small terrace or a smaller patio. You just don't want that bulky furniture out in the yard. This is a great piece because you have this with the support of the back when you want to sit as a bench, and then you can flip it over and use it for mealtime. You can use it for arts and crafts. What about offices outside where, you know, take advantage, use your laptop outside in the beautiful weather.
Yeah, I'm forever telling the kids get outside, but there's, you know, there's not really all that much to kind of, I don't know, do, right? So my daughter was really big into arts and crafts. She would do them outside in a second. Yeah. This actually is a lot better for arts and crafts than anything I've got inside.
Oh, it's amazing.
Because you could literally wipe it clean. She's
with
forever
a damp cloth, that's
painting and then leaving the paints and not wiping them off. But this, you wouldn't even have to worry about that.
No, not at all. Because, and there's no maintenance on this. So you're never gonna have to bring out the paintbrushes. You're never gonna have to bring out the sandpaper. You're not gonna worry about getting splinters or this turning mildewy and moldy because you literally just hose it off. Absolutely no maintenance.
To the touch.
Very smooth and very comfortable. It's a vinyl and a resin combination.
Okay.
So it's this custom engineered product that gives you a nice give when you're sitting, so it's supportive and it's comfortable. You know, a lot of the wood ones are like stiff.
Oh my gosh, I just sat, you know, we've been looking for houses. I sat on a chair on the front porch, and I got up, and it literally was like, the splinters were grabbing at my clothes as I got up, and I was like, no! But you don't have to worry about any of that here. You never have to refinish it, and you don't have to worry about 4 kids sitting across on it if you've got kids coming over, grandkids, eating outside because you don't want to have to vacuum everything up. This will hold up to 1,000 pounds. That really talks about the durability of it. Maybe you're going to keep it outside and you want to put one of those little cushions on it. What are the dimensions on it?
So
if someone was thinking about where to put it.
58 inches long. And I'm sorry, I forget that the dimension.
I mean, it's about standard, what, 14 maybe?
14 inches wide. Okay. Yeah. And you can sit right there, and I'm going to step up here. I'm not going to ask you to step up since you're in a dress. But this is how sturdy it is. And actually, if you go on the reviews, I love that you have been commenting on how sturdy this is, because it really is. You can feel comfortable that your guests are coming over. Nothing is going to happen. It's not going to collapse on them. It's not going to wobble. And it's due to the engineering of this that you're allowed to use this in gravel, sand, mud. It doesn't just have to be on a hard surface because it has a really great base on this.
Yeah, really
so if I turn this over and you can take a look here, you can see this nice base, and then you have the supportive crossbar with these supports. So this has all been engineered to give you that really sturdy piece. This is not like those pieces that you find in the big box stores or at the checkout mart. This is not that little flimsy piece of vinyl furniture.
Well, it has a 5-year warranty, which is really incredible on a piece of outdoor, indoor furniture. So the tan is the most limited. We have it. I love the white. I just think,
it's so
because
crisp.
How could you possibly maintain a white wood bench in your backyard? I mean, you'd have to repaint it and
sanding and power washing. And
but this just, I mean, imagine having a great picnic bench in your own backyard that then you could turn into just like a conversation bench area as well.
Right, and so you're talking about your daughter doing art and crafts outside,
but
you know, if you're having barbecues this summer, you're gonna get the ketchup, the mustard, the goo. I literally just have a damp cloth here, and you look at it, it just wipes right off.
And that's crayon.
Crayon,
oh my goodness. And then the ketchup and the
ketchup,
mustard.
all the barbecue goo, right? And now it's all, and I've got
if you don't swipe it back on
it, exactly. I'm smearing it everywhere.
They loaded you up, by the way. Somebody really like literally squirted squirted it right on there. But then when you're done with the meal or whatever, right? You just pop it open.
Yeah. And there
sit down. Maybe now we want to be able to, maybe you have a limited space and you want to be able to have a big bench, but you can't. You really could put this one scooted up to here, right? Now you've got places for 2 people to sit.
Right.
Maybe a little bit smaller of a table, or you want to be able to have that full size picnic bench. I wish they had these in parks. You know what I mean? Like that would be really smart.
Well, you know, they're actually using these in a lot of schoolyards because they're so versatile for them.
Durable.
And it works also if you're someone in a wheelchair, because there aren't any supports underneath the tabletop. There's nothing to get in the way, so they can pull right up. So now you can play cards together, you can have meals together, you can play, you know, do arts and crafts together and not worry about it being cumbersome. It's comfortable for everyone.
And it works indoors or out. This is the white. We also have it in the tan. Now, online, I don't think does it justice necessarily. It almost looks like wood online, but that's the tan that you're seeing right there. It just looks so pretty,
really
whether
clean.
it's, again, whether it's inside or outside, and you don't have to worry about the weather because it's made out of that great resin and not plastic. Now, when we talk about the weight of it, it does weigh 38 pounds, but I know, because we've been able to present this before, it's always very, very popular. But you even have a friend who brings it to games, right?
I do. He sticks it in the back of his SUV. So if you have a large SUV, this will fit in there. And he takes it to his kids' soccer games. He takes it to the town parades. But think about, I just told us about, tailgating. I was like, wait, that thought just went out of my brain. But tailgating, how great is that? Because you have a place to sit, but then you also have a place to, you know, lay out all the treats and the food and the goodies.
Right, and then, but that being able to have a place to sit is really so valuable. Now you don't have to choose between in your backyard or your front yard or in your home, choose between, well, do I do the picnic bench? Really, all you can do with that is sit at the picnic bench, right? You don't get to have it as that beautiful bench, right?
Takes up so much space.
Now, if you got 2, you have a picnic bench, like a true table, picnic table, for 5 years minimum. I mean, that's like the guaranteed warranty for 5 years without ever having to repaint it or sand it. Oh, the sanding.
The sanding,
right? Sanding or splinters, like that's, you either have one choice. But this is gonna stay beautiful and white and pristine, and each one will hold up to 1,000 pounds. So even if you were to get these, like think about if you wanted 2, it's gonna be about $51 on any credit card. We've broken it up into 5 interest-free payments for you. It's become a really big customer pick. This is the first year that we've actually had this here at HSN, right? We didn't have this last year. It's brand new. You've never seen anything like it before. And it's just so easy. So here's how easy it is. Literally one person could just pop it right closed,
and
just like that.
I put mine all together by myself. I would say maybe it took 30 minutes. I mean, I think that's stretching it. I put 2 together in the time that my husband went to the gym and came back. So he was like, oh, what is this?
Depending on how long he works out.
What did you do? But what's nice is it doesn't really need that many tools. You just stick it all together. It almost comes like Legos. Like all the pieces fit into one another. Okay. And it's just a one-time assembly.
Then. All right, so this is the white. We'll look over here at the tan again for you, because it's just that must have. If you're thinking about a bench, like I have some, metal scroll benches, they get rusty. You certainly have to have a cushion on them or they're uncomfortable, right? They last maybe a couple seasons unless you really take good care and like spray them.
Iron furniture lasts spring. So it's been 1 year.
Yeah.
It is all rusting, bubbling. I'm embarrassed to have anybody over. I'm afraid that it's gonna fall apart.
Is that why you haven't invited me over yet?
Exactly.
Because of the furniture?
Exactly. Well, I do have my bench table expertise.
Okay, there you go. Now, this is gonna save it.
Now that the kids are getting out of school.
Yeah, right? But truly, and that's something about Florida. Growing up in California, we don't have as much humidity. I mean, of course, things would get bleached out in the sun, but they're not gonna get bleached out in the sun.
No.
They're not gonna get, obviously not rusty, not warped. It's just gonna look this beautiful. Now, that 5-year warranty, that's just your minimum. You may have these for
years and years.
That's just what they said, you know, within 5 years, we guarantee everything. But this is, you don't have to bring these in the snow. You don't have to bring these in the rain. That's the big thing, man. You got cushions, and they're always like, we'll bring them in the rain. It rains every single day in Florida.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to have anything?
Comfortable enough that you don't need cushions. You could also use this on the inside too. So it's not just an outdoor feature, but think about your kids' playrooms or your back door, like a mudroom area, a place where you want to be able to sit and put your shoes on, and then you could pull this out and use it for a buffet area when you're having a party. Nice. So there's so many different options for it. You know, I mean, a lot of times we have parties once a year. Maybe it's holiday time. And you're like, what am I doing for the extra table space? Well, this is great because you can serve on it. It's extra seating.
Kids table, but for like, honestly, kids, you could seat at least 8 kids depending on how big they are here.
Yeah, because you can sit 3 grown-ups on each.
Full-size grown-ups.
3 grown-ups on each side. So if you're doing 2, you're getting 6 grown-ups, enough seating.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is, we're all about versatile furniture. You know, things that, we love our origami because you can use it for storage, but then you can use it for serving, then you can use it for this and this. This is like that, it's like the origami of seating, really, because it doesn't really take much to put it together. You can use it in your living room or outside. You don't have to baby it. And it's just that you may not even think, you may think, I'm gonna use this as a bench in my front yard, or I'm gonna use this to watch the birds at the, you know, in my bird feeder. But then you may use it for crafting. Yeah. Maybe you wanna use it as a potting bench because all you have to do is hose this off and it'll hold up to 1,000 pounds. So versatile and a really huge customer pick. So you pick the tan, which is the most limited, or the white. If you can swing it, get the 2 because you'll really appreciate having that option of turning it into a full-size picnic bench. Thanks, Tracy.
Thank you so much, Shannon.
What a treat to have you here. All right, I'll be over next week to sit on your bench.
Absolutely, you are so invited.
Be right back.
Are you ready? Shop like a VIP with the HSN credit card. Apply now and instantly get $10 off when you're approved. As an HSN card member, you'll get all kinds of perks, like extra flex on jewelry, beauty, and fashion purchases all day, every day. Plus VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, and there's no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com.
Don't miss a thing with our HSN app. Get $10 off your first in-app purchase with code WELCOME10. Opt in to push notifications for early access to exclusive app-only deals. Available on Apple and Android devices.
Not to be brave. It's not even an option. When life puts a wall in front of you, you break it down. Remove the fear. Remove the uncertainty. Be authentic. They say fortune favors the bold. I've been bold all my life, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
All remote controls are the same? Think again. Now when you're watching HSN and you see something you want, you can use your remote control to order it. It's fast, it's easy, and it's a safe way to order. With HSN, shop by remote.
Hi, welcome back. All right, for my garden party, I decided to move outside to the garden, right? I am Shannon Fox, and I am glad that you're joining me this morning. We have the perfect hose, and I'm saying this all around. If you are sick of that green garden hose that kinks and twists and rips, this is the strongest, most durable hose. It's also incredibly lightweight. You may never have thought about getting a 100-foot hose before, but this one only weighs about 15 pounds and it will never, ever kink. It doesn't matter what you put this over. It could be rose bushes. Look at that. The torture bed of nails there. No kinks whatsoever. We do have some gorgeous colors for you. Now, we do have other sizes available, but your best price today is going to be on your 100-foot, which is $13 off. It's $76.95. Look at that. Cut proof. Wait, did that one break the scissors on that video? Feet has literally broken scissors before. It doesn't matter what you take to this hose. It will last and it stays cool to the touch, which was my biggest question. When it's out in the heat, doesn't matter. It's going to stay cool to the touch. Here are your choices. Of course, you can choose 100, 75, 50, or 25 feet, and then you get to choose the color of the nozzle, because this is a really great spray nozzle that any place else you'd have to pay extra for a spray nozzle. We have it in purple, green, teal. There's the red, which is kind of a cranberry, deep navy blue, or black. And then we're also going to show you why you are going to be excited to have this attacher as well. I call it an attacher. I don't know what it's actually called. Okay, we only have 100 left in the 100-foot. We only have black, blue, and red available. 2 dozen remaining in red in the 100-foot. So if you want that 100-foot, that's the one that we're gonna be showing you. You've got black, blue, 2 dozen remaining in the red. In the 75-foot, 50-foot, and 25-foot, we have the other colors available as well, but you're not gonna save $13 on those. They are gonna be a good value for you today. But Pete Kilcullen is here to take this hose through the ringer. Hey,
I've got my hose right here, yeah. Let's not, I don't want anyone laughing because we get super excited about a hose.
You know what though? Right. I mean, well, if you get super frustrated about a hose, that's why we get super excited about this one.
Exactly. And I love it when people are like, wait a minute, a stainless steel hose? You know, what could that be like? Maybe it's not flexible, maybe it's not lightweight because it's made out of steel. Oh no, it is absolutely flexible, absolutely lightweight. But then what about it being puncture resistant, certainly kink resistant, it's gonna be UV resistant, it's gonna be durable, it's gonna be strong, it's gonna be the best hose you ever had. You'll be able to get excited about a hose when you get it home. This is what I love, because what we're showing you here is, you know, how hard it can be trying to pull a hose and maneuver, but this is so lightweight, so easy. And you know what? I've got one wrapped up there for you. And I know you and I have presented this before.
We have, because
look at that hose.
I was the one who was laughing at you, how excited. That's not a problem.
100-foot of hose right there. And that is unbelievable.
I know I look very big and strong. But it's nice and lightweight. I mean, this is so much lighter than any of your other 100-foot hoses that you might have out there. If you tend to leave your hose kind of all a little bit wrinkled up, or you use one hose in the front yard, one hose in the backyard, just because you don't want to be able to pull that around because it's just too heavy, this is never gonna kink. It's nice and lightweight, 15 and some pounds, 15 and a half pounds about for 100 feet. And this is a great value for you today because you're gonna use this all the time. Even if it gets really, really hot, the hose itself doesn't get hot. And that to me is key, especially when it comes to metal.
Right, so I wanted to show real quick, and I think we've even seen it on the video. If you were to even take your hose like this, and put all these knots in it. This is a 100-footer with many, many, many knots in it. It's still gonna work. And if you look at that even close up, you can see that it's impossible to kink this. Like, this will not go any tighter, and the water will still flow through here. So it is amazing what you can get with this. So I'm gonna put this down and show you that green hose. The reason I show you that you're not gonna be able to kink it, if you got one of these garden hoses, and the first time you use it, then all of a sudden you get that bend and it kinks, well, guess what? That's there forever. Every time you take the hose out and it moves, it's gonna kink, and then it can get punctured, then it's gonna get ripped, and it's heavier. This is the way to have a hose that's so easy to use, that's so easy to maneuver, and then you're gonna have it for season after season. And we're gonna show you that because we're gonna go through some of these strength demos, the torture tracks, if you will, things like that.
We've never done that really for a hose, and maybe you don't have barbed wire in your backyard, but you do have like rose bushes,
we showed the rose bush.
Right? I mean,
even like around your metal fence. At my house, it's
even
the corner.
Pavers, though, or they're like sandpaper for a hose.
We have like the raised brick garden, and it's the corner of that, and you try to pull the hose around the corner, and actually the front end of the house is brick too, and going around that corner, it can really do a number on the hose. So I put my gloves on for this demo, just to show you we've got our barbed wire and our screws and nails in there. And look at this, I want to be able to really pull on this hose, on this fence post of death, and you can see that it is fine. Now, there's water running through that right now. We've got it's on, the water's going through that. So let's go.
So if there had been a puncture, you would see it, right? Like it would be going crazy. It would turn into a fountain.
Exactly. So now it's extended through that, and then we're going to go through this bed of nails, or the jaws of death. Same thing. And we're going to be able to go through the jaws of death. And we did this, and I wanted you to see that it even pushed the nails up through there. Because remember, this is stainless steel. It is so strong. You're going to love that. And what you were talking about this earlier when we showed the scissors.
Well,
so again,
did the scissors just get cut? I couldn't quite see it.
Well, I don't know if they did or not. But
just got destroyed.
But now you would never take scissors to your regular rubber hose. But I'm just showing you that it can be cut. So here, and what you're referring to is that I took the hose the first time I did this demonstration, and I was showing you that the scissors couldn't cut it, but I really squeezed down on the scissors, and they snapped in half, and the half of the scissors went flying. So I tend not to do that now. But you can see that the scissors would not be able to cut that. It's stainless steel. 304 stainless steel. This is stainless steel that's going to be corrosion resistant. It's going to be UV resistant. It's going to be as cool as the hose you have right now. It's not going to get overly hot. This is the best stainless steel hose on the market. Also, and the reason I said it, it's the original, which is so cool. So I wanted you to show you all that, but remember, fence posts of death, jaws of death. I was trying to cut it with the scissors, and look at this.
Still working.
We still got the power with that hose in my little rubber or inflatable pool. But look at that. I wanted you to see with this nozzle that we're including, we can do a very light spray. There it is for the plants and flowers. But if you wanted to, hit those second-story windows, you can do it. And all you're doing is a nice, easy turn, and then off is off, which is really nice, which is fantastic. So again, great hose. Absolutely.
When I looked at it, I thought, well, it's not a really big diameter, but it's got a lot of power that goes right through that hose.
This is a fantastic hose. It is that original stainless steel hose. We're looking at that power coupler right there. What does that mean? Well, the weak point for any hose is where it's going to hook up to that faucet that you have on the side of your house. And then you're trying to, move it around here. We'll see a little video of this where you think, oh, I have a few more feet to go, and then you pull on it and snap, there it goes. Well, the power coupler is going to allow this to bend but not break, which is really important. So same thing, you're trying to, oh no, it's just stuck on the fence, I'll pull it, it would normally break. But there you can see bend but not break, still works. That's that power coupler. Now we're gonna get to my favorite part of this hose, because I've lived this. I've got only 50 feet, but I have a 50-foot hose. So I said, I'm not gonna get that green hose. I went and I got this big heavy duty, it's a black rubber hose.
Oh yeah.
And it is unmanageable. It is impossible. Now, pulling it off the hose reel is one thing, and it's only 50. Okay. And I leave it out in the driveway till my wife Debbie's like, why did you put the hose away? I'm like, why? Because I hate it. Because trying to roll it up onto the hose reel is impossible. So here, I want to show you our 100-foot of hose on this hose reel and how easy it can be. It's just lighter weight. It's just so simple to do. So you're going to be able to put 100 feet of hose on your hose reel without a hassle, without all the weight. And look at this. We even just have it in a pile over there. But you can see as it gets closer, look, it'll just unwind itself. It'll be so simple to do that you are gonna love doing this. So there we go, 100-foot of hose, that easy without a lot of, hassle.
How flexible it is. It's really flexible. It literally untangled itself. My hose, if I put it on one of the wheels, I feel like it gets, I don't even know how it does, but it gets more tangled. And
it's so heavy. I can't even turn that. But I want to show you, I just connected this 100-foot hose to another 100 feet of hose. So let's do it. 200 feet of hose on this hose reel. Now, you may not need 200 feet, but maybe you could use 200 foot, but you've never even considered. I know that I've never considered 100 feet of that rubber hose because it is such an absolute hassle. But here, how fast was that?
Wow.
That's 200 feet of hose on your hose reel. I know that I just got my first metal hose, a month or two ago, and I put it in the backyard because my wife makes us take our big hose reel that we used to have, and I have to put it in the barn because she doesn't want it left out. Now we have it in a small planter, a little pot. a planting pot, we coil it up in that pot. It looks great, and it's super easy to use, so now I don't have to put the hose away in the backyard. I don't have to put the big rubber hose on the hose reel in the front yard. I love it. So this is the original.
You may not even need a reel then, is what you're saying. Like
no.
Because you don't, usually the reels are because you can't get one of those big heavy hoses circled up nicely for nothing. But this just takes up a little bit of space.
If you got any of the other sizes, honestly, I would go with, maybe you have an extra, terracotta pot hanging around the house and you want to put that outside near your garden, near your other plants, coil this up in that pot and it's fantastic. For the 100-foot, you'd only need a slightly bigger pot, but it is super easy. And then you pull it right out of there. You can water your plants. You've got the nozzle on there. But I wanted to show you, and why I keep focusing on why this is the original, is that you may see other stainless steel hoses out there. They're not the same. So I want you to see that one of the ways ours is different is the water flow. This is not our hose. This is one that looks just like it because it's shiny and it looks nice. This is ours. I'm gonna turn this water on, and when I turn it on, you're gonna see it's gonna start to fill both of these canisters. But the original stainless steel hose is gonna give you the kind of volume, the water flow that you really want. You're gonna see it's gonna fill twice as fast. So just think about when you're watering your plants and you're, maybe washing the car and you're filling buckets and things like that, you're gonna be able to do it twice as fast. So if you get a stainless steel hose, you want the original, you want one that's going to do the job the way you want. So look at this already. Look at the amount of water that we've done. This is our hose here, and it is a huge difference. It's the volume in there. They look the same on the outside, but that diameter on the inside to give you that kind of water flow that you really want.
Wow.
You want to go with the original. So this hose is amazing.
Yeah, that makes such a difference. And Pete, that's one of the reasons maybe that you like to shop on HSN. If you're new to HSN, welcome. It's really easy to shop here. You can go to hsn.com to order. You can go to a representative, but we show you all of what you can expect. Like if you go into a big box store and you're like, well, all these stainless steel hoses look the same, maybe I'll shop by price. Well, we've got a lower price than you're gonna find for another stainless steel 100-foot hose, but you may not realize the volume, the capacity is different. This is UV protection. It's not going to rust. It's lightweight as well, because unless you go into that big box store and you're lifting up all of those hoses, like which one do I want? This is a 100-foot hose, 15.5 pounds, and you don't have to worry about it. It glides. It glides over anything.
Just think about when you're having to pull the hose out and you want to get it around a corner, take it to the side of the house, the front of the house. You want to move it around the cars. This is the way to go. It is so easy. It is so simple. And just coiling it up, just when I hold it in my hand and I drop it again. I mean, you don't normally coil up your hose, but just to coil it up in your hand is so simple. It's so easy. So I love when someone's never been introduced to a stainless steel hose before and they hear about it and they're saying, a stainless steel hose? Well, how can you have a hose made out of steel? But they've done it, and this is the original. And remember, you're getting a stainless steel hose that's lighter, easier to use, but puncture resistant, kink resistant, almost impossible to kink this hose. I think it is impossible. I'm not even going to say almost impossible.
If it was possible, you would have done it in that, 86 knots that you put in that one or something,
and it's UV resistant. And the reason we talk about UV resistant and corrosion resistant, there's been a lot of different hoses and new hose technologies, and you thought, oh, that should be the best hose. I'll go with that. And maybe they work for a short time and then something happens and they don't even make it through the season. You want a hose that's the best new technology because it's gonna last and last. And again, all we're gonna do is take the hassle out of using your hose, the hassle out of buying a new hose, the hassle of just trying to replace it or put it away in the wintertime. All of that is easier when you have a stainless steel hose. So every day is easier and you get great performance.
And you can get 100 feet today. You can get it home interest-free on any major credit card, a couple minor credit cards. We call that Flex. So when you see that 4 Flex under $20, that's what you can get interest-free. You can even use your debit card if you want. We do have black and blue remaining in the 100-foot. The red is completely sold out. But if you wanted to get 50-foot, 70, let's see, 75, 50, and 25, we have available in red, teal, green, and purple as well. And that's just that great little, attachment right there. So pick the color that's best for dad, for you. Think about Father's Day, for anybody who's getting a new home. What a great wedding present this would be,
exactly. And you can consider finally 100 feet of hose. I know I never had 100 feet of hose because I'm thinking, no way, that's impossible. And when I see you holding 100 feet of hose in one hand, it's amazing.
It's like a bracelet.
So if you have a hose reel and you have 50 foot of regular hose on there, go for the 100 foot of hose because it's going to fit and it's going to be super easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's the coolest part about this. You can actually have 100 feet.
Right, and I mean, you never have to worry about it's going to be too heavy or it's going to get
Not
kinked
at
up.
all.
Perfect, so get yours, and of course you can always put it on flex. Thanks so much, Pete.
Thank you, it's fun.
Appreciate that. Just choose your size and then whether or not you want to break that up into flexible payments. All right, don't go anywhere. Ooh, you're going to want to stick around for this because Ming Tsai is here cooking in the kitchen.
Let's eat.
The list is your go-to guide for our favorite fashion and accessory finds of the week. We have the best styles hand-picked just for you. Join us tonight to see what made the list.
The thing I love most about shopping at HSN.
Do I have to pick just one?
I'd have to say FlexPay. It allows me to get the things I want now
and make monthly payments
without any interest or fees.
I got a new mattress for the guest bedroom,
A fabulous cookware set for my sister's wedding.
And a little something just for me.
FlexPay gives me the flexibility to buy what I need now.
Without the stress of having to pay for it all at once.
and no interest.
Beat that layaway.
Each day, QVC and HSN delight millions of customers just like you. Are you our next success story or know someone who could be? We are taking submissions for beauty, fashion, accessories, and jewelry products as QVC and HSN present The Big Find. Search The Big Find on QVC.